I've spent many a year trying to figure things out, not just politics, not just stuff, but interpersonal and human and interactional. And I found that it always comes down to this: there's the way you think it should be. There's the way it seems like it is. There's what logic would dictate, and then there's this other kind of a weird world that says, well, this may not make sense, but this is the way it is. And this is the way these people think. And that's what we're going through right now. Take everything that you've ever thought about conventional thinking, take everything you've thought about what makes sense about strategy, about good strategery, and throw it out the window, because that's what we're doing now. And then when you do a podcast or something like this on this particular platform, you speak with a certitude and you speak with a direct sense of, I know what I'm talking about, even though you don't. And you are trying to predict the wind, and you're trying to predict smoke and chaos, the opposite of cosmos. Kamala Harris should have never been allowed anywhere near national politics at this level, but she was. Why? I haven't the foggiest idea. I couldn't tell you who was it who looked at her and said, now that's talent. Lionel merch. That's talent. She's good. I love her logolalia, her it's like a schizophasic. What is she talking about? And she was lousy then. She wasn't pulling 2%. And somebody said, hey, you're going to be vice president. What? Where does this come from? And then you stop and you say, wait. I understand. Ah, yes. The reason why is because, you see, and then you come up with some kind of crazy idea to explain this theory that is forced upon you, this forced notion of whatever that you try to force into this box, into this logic container to make it fit, when you're saying, I don't know what I'm even talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's it. See? You dig? Good. Now, here's a couple of things you got to understand. Kamala Harris, and forget about her past, the Willie Brown stuff. I don't care about that. That's very sexist, by the way. That's, if a woman has a sordid, fallen past, I'm not suggesting she did, but let's assume she did. What business is that? A man can have it, and that's okay. He's groovy. Anyway. So for some reason, somebody said, she's African American, and she's this, and I gotta tell you something. I don't know why people, whenever it comes down to, well, is she black? Is she white? Is she Indian? What difference? They did this with Obama. Well, he's not he's half interracial. Stop it. I'm not really right-handed. I use my left hand sometimes, but I'm primarily right-handed. I don't know where these labels come in. But she is a woman who has no reason being anywhere near this. And the big donors, the big folks, the money, the big machers, the folks in the Democratic Party, the ones who want to see whatever this lunacy is somehow expanded upon, have realized now that's enough. Now, what are they going to do with it? Look, you're not going to see her after 2024. She could be the head of a president of a university. I know, crazy. Crazier things have happened. She could go off in the academic world. She might go on to, she might be something even, believe it or not, show busy. She might be an ambassador. She could theoretically replace Dianne Feinstein to go from vice president to senator, I guess. And when you go to Senate, you just die in obscurity. Goodbye. You're just... It is far from the... Look at Cory Booker. Where is he? Bob Menendez? I mean, what? Anyway, look, she might like it. She might not. Why would Gavin Newsom pick her? And so, well, because he can what? Step down and go in to be vice president, and then Biden picks him. Again, we are looking at this thing in a way that makes no sense whatsoever. But before I forget, continue. Let me say something. You do know that whenever you do any kind of a show like this, you always have to stop and say, please subscribe. I like to go at least 5 minutes to do it before I hit you with that, because I don't know about you, but sometimes it's like, oh my God, Jesus, he just started this, and this guy's asking me to like the video. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. I don't even know who he is. This might be the first time you've ever heard me before. And already go, okay, like, subscribe. Okay, anything else? You hit that bell. Hit that little bell. Okay, I'm done. I hope this investment's worth it, but I got one more for you. Not only do I want you to do that, I want you to listen to me very carefully. First and foremost, I have a wonderful sponsor by the name of My Patriot Supply, and there's my own website. It's called preparewithlionel.com. It is for emergency food. Now, I don't know about you, but most people would say, you know what? Sign me up. Emergency food. I'm in. Say no more. Emergency food. That's like saying first aid, oxygen, emergency oxygen. You don't have to normally explain to somebody the necessity, the benefit of having emergency food, but sometimes you do. Preparewithlionel.com will allow you immediately to take 25% off a 3-month emergency food kit. It's a great starter kit, and it provides the most incredible assemblage of emergency food stuffs, viands, victuals, and the like comestibles for you to have handy in the event of a disaster. And you know, and I know, one day there's going to be a disaster. So go to preparewithlionel.com, and save 25% of a 3-month emergency food kit. And one more, very quickly, our friends at mypillow.com. Oh, yes. Who doesn't love MyPillow? MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. If you ever hear another MyPillow ad on any place else, any radio or a podcast or a platform, forget their promo. You put in promo code Lionel. Forget their codes, promo code Lionel, and you get a free gift. And you'll be able to support a great American product that I so much love and respect. MyPillow.com. All right. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris has no idea what she's doing. Kamala Harris is an embarrassment to a lot of people. And there's a lot of folks out there who, for reasons that I don't understand, they went from being progressives and Democrats, of which I can certainly, I used to be able to dig completely. Absolutely. When they made sense. When they were not insane and talking about, puberty interruption and all this other kind of not monstrous, horrible stuff. I found myself digging women's rights, gay rights, civil rights, anti-war. Yeah. Even the legalization of drugs. But then again, I was always a little bit strange, because then I said, yeah, but because I'm such a constitutionalist, what about the Second Amendment? Well, and then we had our moments. But in the old days, Democrats were kind of rational. We might disagree with a few things. Rush Limbaugh used to talk about the liberals, and the liberals were nothing compared to the liberals we're seeing now. So in any event, Kamala Harris, though, has been more of a disaster. She has been this whole thing. The big donor folks, the big, because remember, the shadow government runs the show. The shadow government runs the show in this umbrella organization. And underneath this is this group of people that used to be called the Democrats. And imagine this is my Dollar Tree globe, but imagine this is the Democratic Party, and this virus, this parasite came in and looked upon this as a host and basically invaded it, and there you go. And since then, big donor folks are saying we're losing our connection. We have lost so much by virtue of this dotard, this wizened coot, hobbled by decrepitude, and this logolalic, schizophasic, word salad, logorrheic buffoon. They've had enough. So Joe is out. It'll be Gavin Newsom, as I've been saying for years, and it'll be bye-bye to Kamala, and nobody will care. She had the NBA. It doesn't really matter. Nobody cares about this. It doesn't matter. Remember Condoleezza Rice? When was she going to run the NFL or something? Just get rid of her. And the reason why you're not going to see her anymore is that they don't want you to be reminded of what she was and what she did. Does that make sense to you? Good. Good. Now, what do you think? What do you think? I want to see you and I want to hear and I want to read what you think. I want to dance with somebody and I want to read what you say. So thank you, my dear friends. Please subscribe. Honor our sponsors. And whatever you do, I should try to say in English, comment as you see fit.